So Pink Power started last year. Tumi and I are business partners, and we had this idea to shake up the corporate way of doing events and empowering women, and that's when Pink Power was born. And it's been a phenomenal 6 months of planning, challenges along the way, but because we were determined, we were committed, we made sure that everything that we wanted is here today, and we collaborated with a lot of sponsors, with the speakers that we have on board today, because the Pink Power for us is a platform that celebrates women, recognizes women, inspires women, and also energizes them to say, yes, you might be facing challenges or you might be successful, but you need to share those stories with other women.
The real message that I want people to receive from today is that you've got to believe in yourself. You've got to believe in your dreams, no matter how big or audacious they are, and then follow through. No matter what the fear is that's inside of you, it's always going to be there. Learn to silence it, learn to silence the noise, and do what you really want to do.
So one of the key things that I wanted women to understand is that very often we're so focused on what has been defined as a glass ceiling in certain organizations, and we spend very little time reflecting on elements that I refer to as a sticky floor. The fears, the almost the lack of sometimes that comes across as ambition and belief in self. And so being very, very conscious of the difference between an environment that might potentially limit or stifle you versus the limitations that you either impose on yourself or you potentially believe that society expects you to be doing or not to be doing.
I think the main thing is you know who you are. So if you find yourself in situations where you have to be pretending to be someone else, you know that you've gone off course. Always listen to your inner voice. I think for me, the main thing is if I feel uncomfortable, if I feel like in this space I'm expected to be something I'm not, I walk away. If I can't walk away at that immediate time, I keep quiet. Because I never want to compromise on who I am. I always want people to receive me in the same way. And I was quite flattered and quite moved to be told that, that's how I'm perceived, as authentic and consistent.
And I think the thing that would have stood out from my talk is I genuinely don't believe in work-life balance, because balance talks to perfection. And just thinking of the way I'm sort of wired, perfection is something that could potentially pose as a strain or add stress in my life. For me, harmony is something that I've defined as understanding that I've got different roles and responsibilities, some of which are domestic related, home related. I've got a husband, I've got 4 sons, and having a very, very transparent relationship with my partner around elements of my ambition, his ambition, and then understanding what it is that we've got to do to create an element of harmony where our children understand that they are loved and they are important to both my husband and myself, but at the same time I could be quite ambitious and being able to pursue that.
Important thing for us with Pink Power is to create the community. We find as women, there's very few spaces where we can get together and really share knowledge and share information and become a community where you are supported to grow and you're inspired to grow. So for us, it's really a movement that's going to take women to the next level, where you can have that sisterhood, where it's not just a networking event, but you're able to connect with women on a personal level, to be able to pick up the call and say, this is my problem, how do I resolve it? And for our future, this is just the beginning. We are going to host many events that are going to grow women and change the face of corporate South Africa.
For more stories like these, go to www.social-tv.co.za, subscribe to us on YouTube, and follow us on our social mediums.